Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, and I'm going to be putting Lethal Cosmetics to the test. I purchased a huge order from them late in the spring, early summer, and I've not used them since, and I really need to sort through them and get rid of some because I'm not using any of them. Also, I do have the Lethal is Dead palette. I purchased this a few months ago. Haven't used this either, but this will be a separate thing because I haven't touched it, whereas these I have. So if I really despise the formula, I'm just gonna get rid of all of them. And I do realize I now forgot to prime. Today's earrings are Betty Spaghetti. Thank you. And I will link them down below. I love them. I love Betty Spaghetti. And yeah, we're taking the Glamlight Icing Primer. We're just going to prime. Okay, that exploded. I will say I have an idea. I really want to do a blue eye look and pink on the inner corner. And since I'm doing like blue and stuff, that's why I wanted to use more of a lighter primer compared to the MAC paint pot, because the MAC paint pot kind of blends right into my skin, and I want the shadows to be able to pop. And I've already done my base, so I used the NYX Marshmallow Primer, the Maybelline 4-in-1 Glow in Light, the Kaja Concealer in the shade 5, ABH contour sticks in Mink and Fawn, and eyebrows are NYX in Colourpop. I always save blush for last because you really need to see the eye look. However, I'm probably gonna use Rose from Salt New York if we're really being serious about it. Alright, so first thing, did anyone purchase anything from the Beautylish event? This video is going up well after it's over, but I was just curious because I got a few things. All right, so I really want to go into the blues. So this one right here is Outrun, I think. And we are going to put that kind of starting on the lid. We're going to start at like mid lid. Also, too, people always swear by their mattes, and I've not really used them. Again, I've used my Lethal shadows. I think I used them once. I think. But honestly, I could be wrong. I mean, this is a beautiful blue. I have no complaints. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Have any of you guys tried Lethal Cosmetics? What are your thoughts? I think another thing that's polarizing too is their different like shimmer formulas, because apparently one is actually nice and the other one is pretty mediocre. Also, they've recently done some sponsored videos, at least when I'm filming this, with Hannah Louise and Lauren May Beauty. And of course, like, the shadows are not trash. So for them to give a decent review, I think, is pretty fair. But, of course, when you get to customize a palette and it's all free, I mean, if it works in the slightest, you're gonna think of it as like, oh, this is great. You know what I mean? If it works at all. It's also hard, too, because I have a lot of, like, menagerie shades that I really love, which, not that this really means anything because we're different people, but Hannah Louise hates the Menagerie formula. She doesn't like it at all. Now I'm going to dip into the darker blue called Surge. And I don't really know how big of a difference it's going to show on my eye. I'm also going to keep this kind of small and round since I am going to work. There was a really big storm here. I assume it happened in the morning because I woke up to like, okay, we have blackout curtains, and I woke up to the bedroom literally just completely lighting up. And then the thunder just so loud. I like a good storm, but I don't like them here. Oh, sorry, this was a Smith 247. Oh yeah, the Beautylish event. That's what I was talking about. I placed 2 orders. I would have only placed 1, but something went out of stock, and then it came back like a day later, and I was like, oh, cool. So the first thing I ordered was the Wayne Goss number 4 brush, and I got 4 of them so I could get a gift card. And then I picked up, once it came back into stock, the Sonia G Mini Booster, and I picked up 3. And then I got the Sonia G highlighting brush. It's the Sculpt 3. I don't have it yet though. The second order I placed, it just shipped, so that's how early I am in time right now. Okay, so you can kind of see a difference on the eye between these two. I feel like maybe if you were darker than me, you wouldn't. I mean, I think it looks all right. It's nothing revolutionary, but we'll see. So now I'm gonna deepen it up. You know what, how about it? Let's use a Wayne Goss number 4. And we're going to pick up the shade Deceit. And we are gonna just pack this on. Now, the only issue, like for me right now, using a squirrel hair brush, is squirrel hair kind of diffuses the shade and it's not gonna make it its darkest pigment. Whereas like goat hair is gonna pick up more, or undyed goat hair at least, it's gonna pick up more and make it really dark. Oh no, I don't want to go out of my line. I don't want to go out of my line. I mean, I do have to go places after, so I don't want this to look like shit. Alright. I mean, it added some depth. I mean, I didn't think it wouldn't. And we messed up my edge. I'm so sad. So sad. Okay. And we're going to do it to the other eye. Again, this was the shade Deceit. I definitely enjoy the matte blues that I use at the top two, even though they're really similar. For blue eyeshadow, this is the kind of tone I like. The dark blue is neither here nor there. I normally don't really darken things up too much, but every now and again I do a little. Ooh, we've lost our shape. We've lost our shape. Well, we tried. We tried to keep it small and round. I don't think it's too bad though. Alright, I guess for depth though, I thought that this would be darker on the eye. I mean, look at it in the pan. It looks so dark. Okay, real talk. Do any of you guys, I've deleted TikTok actually, so I don't do it anymore. But do any of you guys like regret watching certain TikToks? Like, for me, they tend to be more of the mystery ones that I shouldn't have watched. Or like, not mysteries, but like someone like video surveillance footage of someone walking somewhere they shouldn't and then they just die. Anyway, I've got like one stuck in my head and I watched that video months ago, but I wish I didn't because I think about. Alright, so now I'm going to take my glitter primer. I'm actually using a brush to apply my primer today because I do want it to be kind of, I guess we're going to cut the crease in primer land. Cutting a crease is kind of hard. Alright, and then I'm going to take a Smith 253, and I'm picking up the shade Talisman, and it's the blue, and it has like a bit of a gold reflect to it. See, this is what I mean where I'm like, oh, like, this is pretty. Like, I don't hate this. So then I'm like, oh, maybe I should use the shadows more. Because I already own them. And I really would rather not lose money. I'm sorry, you didn't see any of that, but it's okay. You know, I don't know. I also don't think it helps that, I got a lot of like dupeable shadows. I'm gonna go back in with Surge, which is the medium blue we used. And I'm gonna just lightly trace along the edge of that. And that was with a Nabla liner and brows brush. I think they've discontinued that brush set, which is a real shame. And then just kind of blurred. I think that's pretty. I think it's pretty. Let's take a Smith 230 and I'm gonna put, this is Crossroads. Yeah, it's gonna be too light, so I'm gonna go into the darker pink. What is this? Caps lock. And I'm gonna stamp it. Because if it, you don't want to blend it too much with the blue or you're gonna get purple. But they are definitely more pinky tone, or like purpley toned pinks. I am definitely gonna put a shimmer over this. I don't think it's gonna be lethal though, now that I'm thinking about it. I do think it's going to probably be Terra Moons or something. So let me find that. It's gonna be a pink Terra Moons one. It's gonna be Ice Giant because I want it to be pink. do wish it was brighter, but there's not much I can do now. And really, I just didn't have a shade that was gonna do that in here. I mean, I guess I have Ethos. Oh, well, that brightened it up. Cool. Not Ethos. It's something like that. Hang on. Evoke. It's Evoke. Okay, so now with my lower lash line, I think I'm just gonna take that pencil brush again in this shade Surge. And I'm just gonna connect the lower lash a little bit. Then we're gonna go into the lighter one. And then I'm just gonna blur the corner out. I'm smushing that brush down. This is that first blending brush. Just so there's like a bit of cohesiveness. But I do think I'm actually gonna apply a little bit of Talisman under the eye. So I picked it up on a little brush and I'm just gonna go right under. Oh, this is really pretty. Oh, I'm glad I did that. For a little bit of shimmer, and then with that same little liner brush, I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit of Deceit to just add a little bit of depth to that outer V. So these are the eyes. I did throw on a little bit of lower lash mascara and then the Monsieur Big on my top. I do have to say though, I feel like I could do this look with other things, and I didn't have as much depth in the shade Deceit as I had hoped for, but that could be because I used the squirrel hair brush and I was applying it over a shadow already put down, because what if I had just put Deceit down onto the eyeshadow base using a undyed goat hair brush? So I'm not gonna make any comment on Deceit yet. However, I really enjoy the matte blues, the two mid-toned ones. Even though they looked really similar on the eye, I just love that type of matte blue. It's my absolute favorite shade ever to work with for blue. The matte pinks, I don't think I want anyway. So let's put on some blush. I'm gonna start by using Rose from Salt, New York, and I am gonna do my typical sponge application. I'm just kind of squeezing my sponge onto a, because I used some orangey shades last. So I'm just gonna pick it up, but we are gonna go over it with a powder. But on its own, it's so pretty. Oh, and on my waterline, I did try to put some of the NYX medium Wonder Pencil, which I think they've since discontinued. All right. And I might need to put on some setting powder under my eyes because some of the blue did trickle down, but you know, that's not, I mean, I can't really like blame that on the blue, you know? But I'm glad I put the shimmer on the lower lash line. I really did like that. Next, we're gonna dip into the Fairy Blush palette. I know. And we're gonna take Rose Quartz, and we want this on something kind of floofy. So I think I'm gonna take my Flower Beauty blush brush, and I'm gonna dip into it once, maybe twice, and we are just going to, we're gonna dip in some more. We're just gonna pat this on the top to really pink it up so that it matches more with the blue. I mean, sorry, the pink on the lid. And I'm gonna pull this right into the middle of my face, as we always do. And the good thing about this is it's a very buildable formula, because had I like been swiping and like just a streak of hot pink went across my face, that would have really not been it, you guys. And since we're using it to set a cream too, it should last. It should last all day. And I just want to feel like a little fairy with Betty Spaghetti earrings on. And now I think what we're gonna do for the lip, I think we're gonna do a nude lip. I think that would probably be best. So that means we're gonna do, what was that noise? Okay, actually, no, I lied. We're not gonna do a nude lip. We're gonna do this thing that I own from Chanticleer. I got this as a free gift. It's a lupine, and it's pink. This makes me wish I could wear like pink or blue to work, because it'd be really pretty. I do just want to make sure this doesn't bleed onto my teeth. All right. Oh, highlight. Highlight something white, something bright. Or should we do more pink? Let's try Fenty's Water Brat. Let's try it. I haven't really properly used this anyway, so. I bought this when I was trying to like force myself to like Fenty Beauty. Remember that time for all of us? Do you remember? Let's take this Sephora Fan Eventail 65 brush. And we are gonna that was a good choice. And then this brush is also a really excellent highlighting brush. It's kind of scratchy, but in a good way for picking up certain formulas. You know what I mean? It's also a pretty dense, fluffy brush. I've had this for literally years. It's one of the first things I got from Sephora as a little baby beauty person. And for me, I typically don't reapply lip products once I go to work, so this is like the most pigmented it'll be for me before it like fades throughout my workday. All right, how do we feel? Again, I'm still kind of disappointed in how Deceit built. However, first of all, we should take a moment to appreciate how Talisman looks on the eyelid, and that was a brush application onto glitter glue. So for at least that shimmer, I'm pretty impressed. And we did use that pink on the inner corner a little bit on top of the Terra Moon shade, and I do think that it looks nice, but I do really want to say that that Talisman shade looks really pretty, and it applied really well with the brush. So for that, I will give them props. Anyway, let me know if you've tried Lethal Cosmetics and what you think. Because I already have one friend that's saying I'm not alone and that being like okay. So yeah, please comment down below, like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram because I post all the time over there. And if you want to see more photos of this look, you'll see them over there too. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.